Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to optimize your Instagram pages for maximum conversion. So when people land on your Instagram page, they're able to know who you are, they're able to know what your business is about, and how to best take that next step to either buy your product or book a call or take an action to get a hold of your service or product, whatever you do. This is for Christian business owners, online service coaches, and whoever has a business and you're utilizing Instagram to get traffic, to get lead, and how to actually get clients to know who you are and how to take action to what you do. And so I'm gonna have 5 steps to how to optimize your Instagram profiles for maximum conversion, the best practices, as well as examples that I see from people who are doing it best. And so I definitely want to um, provide you guys a lot of value. And transparently, my Instagram is not very optimized because I'm still, learning how to get my profile, my offer right. But I know what works because I see the big people doing it, and I have been in coaching groups. I've been in different spaces where I see people doing the right thing because if you have a business, you know what you are selling, you know their offer, you know your audience. These best practices will best serve you and help you to maximize what you're already doing. And so the first step is to have a profile picture, a professional profile picture that uses a clear and high quality headshot. If you're a personal brand, you have your colors right. You can have your make sure who's the product about. Is it a one person business? Definitely having a clear headshot of that, or if it's your logo, whether you're a coffee shop or a if you have your logo banner, you can have the logo in the profile picture as well. And like I said, if you're a logo, if you're a storefront or a shop or brand, you can have your logo as the profile picture with the clear background, making sure it has bright and high contrasting colors. And so you see um, Cody Cottle is a really famous, um, famous or popular online coach in this space, and he has clear. This is a clear, simple profile picture. It's who he is, just him, as well as you see. This is guys a clear, simple profile picture of who he is. And it doesn't have to be eccentric, doesn't have to be over the top, but it's a clear profile picture. You see this one has their logo. And so in Investor Lift, they have their logo as the profile picture. So this is really simple, but you just really want to have something that's clear, clean, professional, shows your face if you want it to, so people know who you are, know who they're potentially getting into business with. And so that's a simple way to really clean everything up, is to have a nice high quality profile picture. The second thing is to have a handle that states simply what you do. Um, so this depends on, it could be your name, just literally who your name is, who you are, your name. But it can also be what you do, whether you're like a fitness coach, it could be your name fit. That's the simplest example. If you're a chef, if you're involved with food, if you're a health and wellness coach, you can have wellness. Your name plus wellness. You can have your city, especially if you just want to be more localized and you're like a gym. You can say Broward County, your name, Broward County, name, city, name XYZ. And so keep it simple, keep it searchable. You definitely want to avoid underscores if possible, and numbers really as best as you can, because you just want to keep it simple. Keep it your name as best as possible, your brand name. You see the Tony Mont, you can add the to it if your name isn't available. Ryan Zolan, Josiah. The underscore is fine if like your name isn't I am, especially if your name isn't available, you can just put I am and then your name. I see a lot of people doing that in the space as well. And so the name is definitely your go-to, because if this is your brand, this is your people want to resonate with, who they're coming into contact with. Your name is your go-to way to go. And so I am Brandon Forbes. So like you see it, like the name is the simple. So profile picture clean, name, and or if you're a business, you want to have your the name of your business. And so let's try to find an example of a person who's a bit, or you can do official. That is also a that also suffices. So if your name is not available, you can definitely just add a I am. You can add a the. You can add a real. You can add an underscore. You can add official. You can, if you're a pastor, you can add your title. If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, you can add your title. You can have your credentials in the name. See the Brock 11. It's the numbers are fine, but ideally, if your name is available, you can try to just use your name because it keeps it very simple. And so those are the first two, simple, quick things to do is your name and profile picture. And so another big thing is the bio. So the bio is really where you can be a game changer. So now I can find myself. The bio can be a game changer for really quickly telling people who you are and what you do. And so you want to make it simple. You want to say who you help, calling out your avatar, Christian business owners. I help Christian business owners. I help people lose weight. I help busy moms. I help XYZ. That will be a clear indication for people who are landing onto your page to be like, is this even for me? And it'll be a quick answer, and it'll be reaffirming, especially if they came from an ad or one of your organic posts, and then they see in your bio that, oh, I help people like me. I help students looking to um, pass a class. I help X, Y. So it's like, who do you help? What is the result that you can get them? And this is why I said, like, I'm still fine tuning my page and I'm not quite at this level yet because I need to learn the result I'm going to get you. But I'm being transparent. I'm documenting in public, but I know what works. It's saying who do you help and the result that you can get them. If you're a plumber and say I help homeowners have peace of mind with their plumbing, I can fix your toilet. It's like, what is the result you can get people if you're a coach, if you and you know how to run ads, you're a marketing guru, you know how to run ads, and you can help people book qualified calls. You can say that I can help you book 5 to 10 qualified clients in 30 days, and make sure you can be confident with the result. And so, and if you and how to get there, the call to action, you got to have a CTA. A CTA is called to action, where you have them take an action to do something to take that next step, to engage with you in some sort of way. So they can book a call, they can DM you something, then they can start a conversation in the DMs, and then eventually you can book a call. They can go to your website, they can go to a landing page, they can join your email list. There's a lot of variations and ways you can send traffic and convert traffic, but you need to have a clear call to action of what them to do. If you want them to go to a store link, you can have, and I'll get one of the next steps will be a link in bio, but the call to action will point the direction. So you get traffic from um, Instagram, YouTube, whatever social media platform, whatever way you get the traffic. And I'll make a video on that later on of how to actually gain traffic. But once you get the traffic onto your page, now what do you want them to do? Now is the game changer. Now is the most important part of the funnel, the conversion. The next step is you got the traffic. Now they're going to see who you are, what you do, and then what to do next if that applies to them. And so here's a example is if you have herbal and wellness products, you can say I'm a health and wellness coach. I help people, lose weight, really quickly, or make simple meals. And you can visit us. Boom, visit our store at this link below. You can DM us events, and we'll send you a calendar of the events we have coming up this month. And so we're gonna have a clear call to action. And let's see some examples of people, what they do. So boom, Brandon Forbes. I help online. See what I help online coaches scale. This is his avatar, and this is his result. And he helps people also start coaching businesses. So it's like, okay, if I have a coaching business, this will be for me. But if I have maybe a landscaping business, this wouldn't be for me. And so it'll be a clear distinction. You probably can get, um, value out of it, but he's not directly calling out landscapers. He's directly calling out online coaches to start a business who are starting coaching businesses. And where's the call to action? a free ad course for coaches in my school group. So where is he directing his traffic? Out of all this content and all this information, this is where he's then directing his traffic into his school group. And so that's his choice of where maybe he wants to have a that it's a paid school group, whatever his choice is for, but that's where he's wanting to send his traffic. And I'm not sure if he's running ads right now, but I'm sure his ads are pointing somewhere to either school or his offer. And so that's essentially where you want the people to go. Look, where's his link? This is who he is, Cody Coddles. This is his business, Revival in the Marketplace, early bird tickets. So um, Christian entrepreneurs, that's who he's calling out, his avatar. Revival in the Marketplace conference. So he's advertising his conference. He's showing a urgency tactic, early bird tickets on sale, so people can take action. And so you can also see here it says conference. So you think, okay, the traffic is going to a conference that's coming up for his business, Christian Entrepreneur Club. And so it's not well, it is direct. I'm about to say it's not direct, but link in bio. Boom. That's the call to action. Click this link in the bio if you want to go to this conference. And so that's a clear bio. Boom. This is his name, clear profile picture, his name. Who does he help? Founders, SaaS, so software as a service founders. And so, well, he is a founder, so excuse me. High ticket sales, senior manager. So not quite clear, not bad, but he also has, and we'll go into one of the next steps of memories of his start here. So he still has, a clear roadmap of what the person is going to do. But it's not as clear of like, okay, if I'm brand new, this is telling me who he is and his credentials, which is great. Does have a link in bio, but it's like, okay, what does he actually do now? Who does he help? And so that's not as clear, but hey, it still has a good roadmap. It still works for a lot of people. He's a founder. His results. This has a clear call to action. And so you can play around with it and see what works best for you. And so essentially, the bare minimum though is to have your call out of your ideal avatar, as well as the results that you do. And then so the results that these last couple profiles that I showed you, they didn't quite have a like I help people book 5 to 10 business calls a month for people, but it does show credibility. This is what he did. He took a business from $0 to $30 million a year in 26 months. And so that is a result, a case study result, essentially, of what he's capable of doing. And so it shows credibility and still is something that, if people were looking to scale their business to that amount, is essentially the result that they can anticipate and hope for if they work with him. And so that's another, you can play around with it that works best for you and what converts the best. And so what goes hand in hand with this bio framework is having the link in bio, because this is where you're going to direct your traffic. This is where you want people to go. Either, and I may not say that as a blanket statement, you may want people to go to your link in bio, but you also may want people to go to your direct message. So however best you want people to go, I think we saw an example of people saying DM me XYZ. Well, this one, link in bio, link in bio, link in bio. So a lot of people doing link in bio still, but direct messaging is also becoming a hit because of tools like ManyChat and all these automated services, messaging services where it can send you a message quickly. I don't want to hide that. So he helps business consultants, he direct marketer. I help entrepreneurs make money online. So who he helps, his result, pointing, taking action to the link in bio. So you can do link in bio. You can also do DM me XYZ if you have automations set up. But the simplest and quickest way is to just have a link in bio of what you're wanting people to do, whether it's to sign up for a course, whether it be to go to your website, go to your school group, sign up for book a call. You can use so many link in bio services. Stand Store is a good one. Linktree is common. Beacons is good as well. You can have your school link. You can have even your YouTube. If you want people to go back to YouTube, and that's where you want, it's wherever you want to send your traffic and people to take the next step. That's where you want to have the link in bio. And you want to have a clear call to action of, like we saw Pearson had the conference coming up, upcoming events. You can do this, or you can go to your products. So what are they going to receive when they click this link? What is going to happen on the next page? If I click this link, I can anticipate having a being sold a ticket to a conference. Oh, and he has multiple, so he can, and you can also do this. You can have multiple arenas and people and touch points for people to go to. It depends on how you want to send your traffic. If you want to be really direct into one offer, whether it be your course, whether it be your school group, whether it be your Shopify store, you can be very direct with that. So it's just like a narrow focus onto this offer. Or if you have multiple offers, you can spread it out, and it can show just who you are. If you have a store, you have a conference, you have a podcast, YouTube channel, you can just spread it out as well with the link in bio. And different services, like a stand store. Let's see if we can see a stand store. Oh, sorry for exposing a lot of people. I was sending some direct messages trying to grow a business. Stand store. And so if people are not familiar with what stand store is, let's see. This is a stand store. This is a stand store. And I can go deep into what actually stand store is, or different link in bio services if that'll be interesting for people. But this is a quick overview of stand store and the different ways to showcase your stand store. All right. So after we have the link in bio, we have a couple more steps to go to optimizing your Instagram profile. And like I mentioned before, the highlights. The highlights are a great opportunity for you to highlight certain things, whether it's to have someone have a start here, as we saw the example before. Someone has start here button, or you can just give somebody an overview of who you are and what you're all about. And so this is an overview of the club that he is presenting and wanting people to get to know about, just the past history of it. He's highlighting the what has happened in the past, and so highlights are a great way, as these bullets say, to organize your info and also proof of what you're offering. Especially if you're a coaching business, you're a clientele, you can have a highlight solely for case studies, solely for just proof. Especially if you help people increase their business revenue, you can have this person say a testimony of how much money that they were able to make once you worked with them. You can highlight different, if you're a landscaping business, you can show the before and after proof. This is a great way for people to just quickly hop onto your profile and see what you're about, and see the benefit of working with you in the past. And so this person has a results highlight of just all the things that they've been doing. The only thing that matters in business is results. And so boom. So you can show like this, the deals. You can have people show um, case studies of just you actually doing what you say you're doing and showing proof. And so proof is one of the greatest ways that people can quickly trust you and trust what you say, trust your authority, and what you're able to offer. But you can also highlight events, your products, like I mentioned, testimonials, freebies. You can really be creative with the type of highlights that you have, and from the looks of it, you can have a lot. And so, however you want to lead your prospect, lead your the person you want to sell and work with, that's what you want to show them, and just give them more proof and more reason to want to work with you, and really get a snapshot of who you are. Um, and so highlights are a great opportunity to do that. And then finally, pin posts are also a great way to get people to quickly understand, who you are. And that's the whole reason for, optimizing your Instagram page, is because people's attention spans are fickle, especially if they're coming straight from an ad, they're coming from a reel or one of your posts. They've seen so many accounts in the day. They're just swiping, swiping, swiping. So it's like, how can you stand out and how can you be memorable to them so that they know who you are, what you're about, and how they can best help you? And so a pin post can give them people a starting point of just how to get to know you. An introduction post, who I am, how I help people, what I do, more testimonials, more proof, and even a clear offer of what you do. And so this is like a who we are type of post, coupled with proof. 300 Christian Entrepreneurs Club, proof, 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 proof. Um, who we are, and so you can see. And I'm really highlighting, this profile, but really just showing what's working in the space. So he has one highlight. So he's very niche on, or I should say narrow focus on how he wants to direct his traffic. As you can see, he clearly has people going straight to his school, and then he just has a YouTube showing his expertise and proof. And then he also has this as proof of like what he's capable of doing, an award, and just family stuff, and more proof of, he working with big name people, Alex Ramosi. And so that is another great way, the introduction post, to have people quickly get a snapshot of who you are, what you do, and how you help people, and how you have helped people in the past. And so having that introduction post pinned early on will give newcomers a good beginning point of how to get to know you, how to interact with you, and what to do. And so these have been the 6, starting points to optimize your Instagram page, to best have traffic come into your funnel, get into your ecosystem, get to know who you are, how you can best help them, and what actions, the next steps they can take to better um, eventually work with you, buy a product, and so forth. And so, thank you guys for watching. If you want to interact more, I am a new Christian business owner, helping Christian entrepreneurs grow their business. And I'm also having this, I have a school community called the Perspective Studio, where we're a community of faith-driven entrepreneurs chasing purpose, not just profit. We build each other up and grow businesses that point people back to Christ. And so, and transparently, this is a new group. And so I'm looking towards your guys' feedback on how you guys want to interact in the group, what you guys want to see, what tips and tricks. I have a background in video editing, online marketing, social media marketing. I'm really passionate about faith and business. I mean, getting my master's in business administration, so learning a lot of stuff there. And so whatever you guys want to see, what else, how I can best serve you and help you, I'm hoping to have, group calls, eventually on this, Bible studies, really building each other's faith, encouraging each other up, with whatever may be going on, as well as giving tactical business advice on how to grow your business, whether it be a product business, online coaching business, whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know in the comments below, or you can message me in this school group. It's completely free. If I didn't say that already, it's 100% free. And so appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll talk to you guys soon.